Good morning. Welcome to the Life Motivators. Today we're here once again so you can see our beautiful smiles. We said we do this 7 days a week, and we are consistently doing this 7 days a week, no matter what it is, no matter the weather, and no matter where we're at. Why? Because we are the ripple makers. We're the ones that are making a difference across the world to bring messages, to bring love, to bring hope, to bring inspiration to each and every individual that gets to watch the videos, to get to watch the replays, and get to listen to the good messages that we're able to bring out on a day-to-day basis. We've been reading the book, The Magic, and we're on chapter 15. If y'all have been following along with us, Miss Jenn will be reading today, Magically Healing Your Relationships. Chapter 15. If you haven't got the hard copy yet and you would like to be able to get it, go to Barnes & Noble, go to Books A Million. They have them all over. Amazon has them as well. Or you can get the PDF with inside the Life Motivators in the file section, and then that way you can have a printout right there at your fingertips as well. So Miss Jenn, you're the one that's been reading and been taking over and then spearheading the book. So we're going to let you go on to chapter 15.
Okay, awesome. Sounds good, everybody. So we are on chapter 15. Made it halfway through the book for you guys who have been following. This is a really good one. This one is Magically Heal Your Relationships. If you have a difficult or broken relationship, are suffering from a broken heart, or hold any resentment or blame toward another person for anything, you can change it through gratitude. Gratitude will magically improve any difficult relationship, whether that person is a husband, a wife, brother or sister, son or daughter, partner, boss, business client, work colleague, mother or father-in-law, parent, friend, or neighbor. When we are faced with a difficult relationship or a challenging situation in a relationship, in almost all cases, we're not in the least bit grateful for the other person. Instead, we're busy blaming the other person for the problems we have with them, and that means we don't have a shred of gratitude. Blame is never going to make a relationship better, and it's never going to make your life better. In fact, the more you blame, the worse the relationship gets, and the worse your life gets. Whether it's a current relationship or a past relationship, if you harbor bad feelings toward another person, practicing gratitude will eliminate those feelings. Why would you want to remove your bad feelings about another person? Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone. You are the one who gets burned. Bad feelings about another person burn your life, but gratitude will eliminate them. For example, if you have an ex-partner who is connected to you through your children and the relationship isn't good, look at your children's faces and realize they wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for your ex-partner. Your children's lives are one of the most precious gifts you have. Look at your children and give thanks to your ex-partner for their lives every single day. As well as bringing peace and harmony to the relationship through your example, you will be teaching your children the greatest tool for their life, gratitude. Or if you're suffering from a broken heart or grief due to a relationship having ended, you can use gratitude's magical power to transform your pain. Gratitude magically transforms emotional pain into healing and happiness faster than anything else. And the story of my parents is a perfect example of that. My mother and father fell in love with each other virtually at first sight. From the moment they met, they were truly grateful to be with each other, and they had the most beautiful marriage I have ever seen. When my father died, my mother, understandably, suffered from enormous grief. After months of suffering, she began to use gratitude's magical power, and despite her immense grief and pain, she looked for things to be grateful for. She began with the past, and she recalled all the wonderful times of happiness she had received through the decades with my father. Then, she took the next big step, and she looked for things to be grateful for in the future. One by one, she found them. She found or remembered things she had always wanted to do, but didn't have the time to do when my father was alive. And with the courageous step of gratitude, our opportunities to fulfill her dreams magically poured in, and her life became rich with happiness again. The magical power of gratitude gave my mother a new life. For today's magical practice, you're going to look for a hot coal that is burning your life and literally turn it into gold through gratitude. Choose one difficult, problematic, or broken relationship that you want to improve. It doesn't matter whether the person is currently in your life or it's a past relationship and the person is no longer in your life. Sit down and make a written list of 10 things you're grateful for about the person you've chosen. Think back the history of the relationship and list the great things about that person or the great things you received from the relationship. The easiest way to do this is to think back to the things they were before the relationship deteriorated or ended. If the relationship was never good, then think hard about any good qualities in the person because they are. This magical practice is not about who is right or wrong. No matter what you feel someone has done to you, no matter what someone said or didn't do, you can magically heal the relationship, and you don't need the other person in order to heal it. There is gold in every relationship, even the difficult ones, and to bring riches to all your relationships and your life, you have to find the gold. As you dig and discover nugget of gold, write it down, address the person by name, and express in your sentence of gratitude. Name: I'm grateful for blank. Paul: I'm grateful for our time together. While our marriage did end, I learned a lot. I'm so much wiser today, and I use what I learned from our marriage in many relationships today. Paul: I'm grateful for everything you did to try and make our marriage work, because 10 years of marriage means you did try. Paul: I'm grateful to your children. The joy I receive from them every day could not be without you. Paul: I'm grateful to you for the hard work and long hours you put in to support our family. While I was at home taking care of the children, it was a big responsibility to have all of us dependent on you, so thank you. Paul: I'm grateful for our precious moments I had with our children as they grew up. I got to see our children talk and walk for the first time, and I know you didn't have that opportunity. Paul: I'm grateful for our support when I went through a difficult time of grief and loss. Paul: I'm grateful to you for the times I was sick, and you did your best to take care of me and the children. Paul: I'm grateful for the great times we had, and we did have many. Paul: I'm grateful that you want to continue to be a father to our children. And Paul: I'm grateful for your support and the time you want to give to our children. I know they mean as much to you as they do to me. By the time you have finished your gratitude list of 10 things, you should feel much better about the person and the relationship. The ultimate point you want to reach is where you don't have any bad feelings toward the person anymore, because it's your life that is harmed by those feelings. Every relationship is different, and if need be, you may choose to repeat this magical practice over several days until you reach the point where you don't have bad feelings toward the person anymore. If you're using gratitude's magical power to improve a current relationship, you'll see the relationship begin to change miraculously before your eyes. It only takes one person to magically change a relationship through gratitude, but it is the person who uses gratitude who receives the benefits in their whole life. If you chose a past relationship where you're not in contact with that person anymore, you'll feel a peace and happiness fill you. And at the same time, you'll see other current relationships in your life magically improve. In the future, if a relationship becomes challenging, remember to use magical's practice immediately. You will stop the difficulties before they get bigger, and instead you will increase the magic in the relationship. All right, so magic practice number 15. Magically heal your relationships. So number 1, make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful, reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Number 2, choose one difficult, problematic, or broken relationship that you want to improve. Sit down and make a written list of 10 things you're grateful for about the person you've chosen. Write it down in the following way. Name: I am grateful for what? Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you, for the best thing that happened during the day. So I think this was super, super powerful exercise. And I just wanted to say one thing really quick before I hand it back to Thomas. Sometimes I believe, and not everybody may believe this, but sometimes I believe that you have to actually walk away from a relationship. And it's not a bad thing. But if you're in situations where you don't think it's going to improve, you think your safety is at risk, walk away. You can still do the exercise, but know that you can be happier in the future if you do so. So,
Thank you very much, Jen. And the whole thing about this entire practice, she said a minute ago, we're halfway through the book of these daily habit practices that we're implementing into our life. Starts with the power of a pen, writing down those 10 things that you are grateful for, writing down for those that you are grateful for within your life, writing down all of that stuff of the good, the happiness. What were you grateful for during that time frame? But things have to shift now. Things have to go into a different direction because the two energies are not in the same location. So if they're not in the same movement to move each other ahead, then it is easier to say, you know what, I do need to walk away for a moment. You do need to separate from. When it's needed, it's needed. We've all been there. It has happened. You know, because there's been points in life and people that you've been around, co-workers, jobs, you know, family, loved ones. We all have those that we have to step away from. For some shape, form, or fashion, if they do not support and do not want to move forward with you, then there's things you have to do. These practices are teaching you different habits on how you think about yourself, how you speak about yourself, and it all starts with the power of a pen. What are you putting down on paper that you can truly visualize and see what you're grateful for, who you're grateful for, what you're doing within your life, all those things. So you can accomplish everything that you truly desire within life. But keep inspired to keep moving you forward each day, because we are the ripple makers. We are the ones that makes the difference, and it all starts within our life. So we're going to wrap this one up with Miss Shannon and her powerful affirmations that she gives out each day. So go ahead, Miss Shannon, wrap us up.
Good morning, everybody. I am a fearless, fiery dreamer who takes action, speaks truth, embraces my uniqueness, and fiercely fulfills my purpose. Today, I have coffee in my mug and a swing in my step. There is a smile on my face, twinkle in my eye, glitter on my lips, and a sparkle in my wand. I have accepted my mission, and I am ready to make it happen today.
Mission.
yeah, Shannon.
And everything that you truly desire, you shall make it happen. We love and appreciate you all. This has been a wonderful morning with Life Motivators. We'll be back tomorrow, Monday morning, reading number chapter 16. We love and appreciate you all. We'll see y'all tomorrow.